am excited about today's recipes. I'm cooking things that are inspired by California. Many of you may not know this, but I had a little stint in California. I went to college out there, and I am just in love with California-style food. That can sort of be a loose definition sometimes, but I am going to make some recipes that just remind me of my days out in old Cali, starting with wine roasted chicken with pistachio pesto pasta. This is going to be so good. So I dredged some chicken thighs in seasoned flour, and I've just been frying them in a little butter and oil. And without cleaning the pan, I'm gonna add a whole bunch of sliced mushrooms and some sliced shallot, which is something I don't use very often, but I always imagine that everybody in California just cooks with shallots every day. And then some sliced fennel. This is sort of a recipe that I imagine they would serve in wine country. It's got a lot of wine in it. It's got amazing flavors. Okay, so I'm gonna sprinkle on some salt and pepper. And then I just need to cook the veggies, mushrooms, fennel, and shallots for about 5 minutes until everything is starting to get soft and luscious. Okie doke. You can take a look at this so far. A little bit of brown going on with the mushrooms, and the fennel is starting to soften. So I'm gonna add some garlic and give it a quick stir. And then I've got this dish of flour that I use to dredge the chicken, and I'm just gonna get a spoonful or two and just kind of sprinkle it over the veggies. And that's gonna help the sauce thicken when it's roasting in the oven. So I'll stir and let the flour start to cook a little bit. And then it's time for the liquid. So these are wine roasted chicken thighs. So I'm gonna add, well, my recipe says a half a cup, which means what?
A cup.
A cup. I think if you're gonna put the word wine in a recipe title, you sure better add the wine. Bring the wine if you're gonna say there's wine in there. Chicken broth. And then I've got just some sprigs of thyme and rosemary. I'm not even gonna chop it. I'm just gonna drop the sprigs right in and give it a stir along with some lemon juice. Can you imagine how good this is gonna be? I love California food. It's hard to kind of define, but I just kind of wanted to cook some recipes that make me think about California. Okay, so that's all mixed together. You guessed it. The chicken thighs go right on. Okay, so this is looking gorgeous. Alex, would you like to accompany me to the oven?
Oh, yes.
I've got to be really careful in this. This is a full skillet.
Oh, Dukey.
So the chicken is going to cook in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes, and Duke is going to be sitting here waiting for it to be done. You ready? Ah! Yum, yum. All right, the chicken should be ready in just a few minutes, so I am gonna make a really quick, delicious pasta with pesto. I'm gonna start with the pasta. This is really yummy, really wide fettuccine, and it's perfectly al dente, so I'm gonna get that into the bowl first, just to keep Alex interested. And I'm gonna make a really quick pesto. So of course it starts with basil leaves, quite a bit of Parmesan. I'm gonna save some for garnish. Garlic, lemon zest, some lemon juice, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some olive oil just to get it started. But instead of pine nuts or walnuts, which a lot of people use, I'm gonna use pistachios, which is a very California ingredient. All right, and then I'll see what it looks like. You basically want to add enough olive oil for it to be saucy, but not so much olive oil that it's oily. So it's a delicate balance. All right. Oh my gosh, it smells like LA. No, I'm just kidding. But it does really smell delicious. How yummy does that look? And fresh. This is one of those things, if you have buddies over, you can just kind of toss at the table. It just kind of adds to the drama of the meal. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more Parmesan over, and then a little bit more lemon juice. So fresh, so delicious. All right, let's go check out the chicken, which I think has to be done right now. I look like a doctor. Okay, let's take a look. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Look.
No.
I better
that
shut the
smells
oven.
So good.
Oh gosh, it does. It just smells so winey. Okay, there's the beautiful chicken. And look at the sauce, Alex. Look at that fennel around the edge. The little sprigs of thyme and rosemary. So I've got some lemon slices, and I'll just lay one on each piece of chicken. I don't want to totally cover the chicken because the skin looks so beautiful. And then plenty of basil just all over the top. Speaking of over the top, look at this gorgeous California-inspired meal. This looks awesome.